Good evening, everybody. Thank you for tuning into my channel called Take Heed to the Message with Abang Awan, my stage name. So tonight we gonna talk about some things. I'm gonna run my mouth a little bit. I ain't gonna keep y'all too long. You understand? Thank you, Instagram, for tuning in. I greatly appreciate that, y'all. We gonna run our mouth just a little bit. I'm gonna just talk a little something something, and then I'm gonna head off to bed because I just got in from work, so I'm not gonna hold y'all too long. So we gonna talk about today's reel. Okay, so I put out two reels today. One was we can save the Black community, right? And the other one was listen, men need to listen to their women, right? Okay. So I know I caught y'all off guard with that one that I said men need to listen to their women. Now, I know I started some trouble today, but let me give you some clarification. So the rule that says for men need to listen to their women, right? This reel I put out because I wanted to start some trouble, and I wanted to come on here to clarify what I was saying. See, there's a certain type of woman that can talk to her husband. Mm-hmm. There's a certain type of woman that can speak to her husband and change his mind. But it will be the way she gives love to him. I'm talking about the way she can speak his language without offending him, even for an alpha male. But this woman will have to be wise and she has to be obedient. Yeah, I know y'all don't like that word. That's why I say it all the time. But she has to be obedient for her to be able to change her husband's mind. Okay. Now, she can talk to him and suggest an idea. That doesn't mean that he's going to agree with the idea. Do you understand? So, yes, a woman can talk to her man, but she has to be a wise woman. See, men don't just, men that use logic, because not all men use logic, but men that use logic, they know already when you coming up and talking to them about something, they already know the end result. So some men won't listen and some will understand what you're trying to say. There have been situations even in my life that I was able to talk to my husband, but I came respectfully, I came correct. And he said, "Okay, babe, I'm gonna think about it. Just give me some time. I'm gonna think about it." And then once I gave him the time and I didn't go back, I didn't nag him about it. Because that's the problem too. We as women, we nag. We say stuff that don't make sense. And then we ready for a whole war if he don't listen to us. But it can't be like that in marriage. See, sometimes we women, even us Christian women, we don't want to listen at times when we know the words say that the man is the head. But at times we don't want to listen. We want to do our own thing. And that's just the world agreeing with you to be doing nonsense. And your girlfriend's telling you foolishness as well. So you go along with the idea. But what I'm trying to say is there are times when a good woman that sees good for her family, and the husband sees good in her, and he knows that her ideas make sense, he will follow. He will do it. He will do it. When he knows his wife is a wise woman and she is obedient to him. Okay. So, yes, I was starting some trouble. And yes, there are times where men do take heed to their wife. There are times. And that is a good thing, especially if she's a wise woman and she knows how to talk to her husband. But sometimes we have these sisters out here that will lead their husband to darkness because they don't care, or they want to see him fall. This is why I tell y'all, make sure you go to God in prayer before you marry anybody. Make sure you talk to God before you marry anybody, so you don't wind up destroying your life. See, sometimes because people look good, they look fine as wine, we want to be married to them. We want to have the idea of saying, this is my wife, this is my husband. And they be all dark inside. You know, I told y'all this before. Now we're gonna stop with that. We're gonna stop with that reel. But the next reel, okay, that I was talking about, we can save the Black community. I got so much pushback on that reel, it wasn't even funny. See, you know, they say our culture is like crabs in a barrel. But I'm gonna share something with y'all. A crab can actually get out the barrel. All the crabs can get out the barrel. Shout out to Lakeisha Barrett for this. Crabs can actually all get out the barrel, right? If they all go out at the same time. Yeah. Mm-hmm. See, we have this concept in our culture, crabs in a barrel, because when the one crab trying to get out, the other one brings them down, right? But let me share something with y'all. If we all jump out at the same time, baby, there's no crabs in the barrel. You see what I'm saying? There's no crabs in the barrel if we all go out at the same time. Now, I know my generation and generations under me, most of y'all is set in y'all ways. Most of y'all not going to change. So you going to do what it do. You going to talk bad about men. You going to talk bad about women. Y'all going to do what it do. Okay? But what I'm trying to say is for the ones who decided to change the way they talk about men and decided to change the way they talk about women. If you have children, you can change our culture. Yes. All you got to do is school these babies. That's all you got to do is school them. Yeah. Change their mindset. Actually, we are the first teachers of our children. If you change their mindset and you talk to them, marry before you carry. And I'm not talking about, oh, you just marry anybody. Just like I said, go to God in prayer and talk to him about it. You hear me? That's what you have to do. And I know a lot of y'all get tired of me pushing that, but it's true. I'm not saying your marriage will be perfect. I'm not saying that everything gonna work out, because there's going to be rough times. I could never sit up here and tell you, oh, your marriage is gonna be amazing because you went to God in prayer. I'm not gonna tell you that. Your marriage will be tough, but you will fight together. That's the difference. Because you got God at the helm. You hear me? He is at the forefront. And everything that's hitting you, honey, he's pushing you, telling you you can do it. You can do it, my child. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm trying to say. So when you talk to these babies, you got to tell them the nitty gritty. There's some people out here that you're going to meet that want to sugar you up, tell you nonsense, tell you how good you look, how good you smell, how your body type is. This for the girls. You're going to meet some men. You're going to tell these girls, you're going to meet some men that's going to talk you out of your drawers. Okay? That's what's going to happen. Because you meet some men that can talk you out of your drawers. But you got to talk to these babies and tell them, listen, this not going to lead anywhere. You going to wind up being a baby mama, taking care of this baby by yourself. You going to wind up dealing with this baby. Everything this baby need, you going to be responsible for. And then, more than likely, she got cousins already that's a baby mama. So all you got to do is tell her to look at so-and-so. Look how hard they struggling. Look at them having to be on assistance with their kids. Look where they live at. You can tell your child all these things. And let me tell you something. These kids now, they smart. They on game. They know. And then for your sons, you explain to them, listen, you're going to get women that's going to lie on you. You're going to get women that's going to say you the father and you not. You're going to get women that's going to say you did the R word and you didn't. And then you're going to have to go to court and fight. And sometimes you might lose and go to jail for many years. We got to talk to these boys. We got to talk to these girls. You want to get yourself all messed up for what? And I'm talking to the parents who already made this mistake. We got to talk to our babies. We got to school them. We got to let them know what's the nitty gritty. We got to tell them what's going on. Hey, Ricky, how are you? How you doing? There she is. Okay, thank you. Let me put your comment up there. Okay. I got another one as well. I have never met you before. How are you? Greetings, my sister. How you doing? So what I'm trying to say is we have to change the narrative. If you talk to these babies, we can change our culture. See, I had a gentleman in my Instagram, right? And he was not from our descent. And he commented on it, right? And he said, stop pushing racial divide, because I said that we should correct our children, that we should talk to them about marry before you carry. Now, I don't know what he meant by racial divide, because I said Black community. You know, sometimes you get foolish people that will put comments in there and they didn't even understand the real in the first place. And that's the thing that makes me mad. You don't understand the real in the first place, and you want to comment. See, a lot of people say the Black community can't be saved. They cannot be saved. That's what they say. But I'm going to tell you something. I believe with our children, it can be saved. If you teach them something different, it can be saved. I'm going to share something with y'all. I was a teen mother when I was young. I lived in the projects I lived in 3 projects in New Jersey. And I lived hard. I went through a lot of nonsense. Okay? I went through a lot of bad things growing up. You feel me? I went through some foolery growing up. And I had a baby in my teenage years, and I struggled a lot trying to raise that child. And when I look at my girls, right, and they passed the age that I had their brother, I cry sometimes, because I say I broke my generational curse. That was my generational curse, that I had went and had a baby young and didn't know what the heck I was doing, thinking I was grown, doing nonsense. All because I was looking for love in all the wrong places. You hear me? That's what I'm talking about. I was looking for love in all the wrong places. And this is what happens to our children. When you ain't raising them correctly and you not tending to them, you will screw these kids up. Yeah. You will screw these kids up because they looking for love in all the wrong places. Hello, my dear. How are you? You're looking for love in all the wrong places. So you will, these children will be screwed up. So what I'm trying to tell you is that if you change the narrative with your own children, that's what I'm talking about. You just change your own home. Y'all remember that song, The Man in the Mirror? That's all you got to do. Change your own home. Work on your own home. Talk to these babies. Tell them the nitty gritty. Show them videos of having STDs and all these things like that. Show them. Talk to them. Tell them. I'm going to tell you something. One thing about my kids, Square Roots, how are you on Instagram? How you doing, my dear? One thing about my kids, right? When I talk about my childhood, they always tell me, Mama, your childhood was terrible. Mama, your childhood was terrible. Please, I don't want to hear it. And I tell them, no, baby, I got to tell y'all so you understand that every child does not grow up in a home like you. Every child doesn't have a stable home like you. You understand? So that's why I'm telling y'all, if you can change, once you talk to your own babies, you can change a nation. See, that's the problem. We don't sit and talk to our babies. We don't tell them the nitty gritty. We busy working. We busy doing all these other things, but we don't sit and talk to them. Now, mind you, me and my husband, we work. We both work. My husband work harder than me, though, because I work part-time. But the time I have with my kids, I school them. Because if you don't school them, the world gonna school them. And the world gonna teach them nonsense that you don't want them to know. Yeah, you right. I'm gonna put your comment up, my dear. How are you? You are correct. So when we do this thing, and you see, this is I'm gonna share something with y'all. This is why social media is on fire with the red pill, because of conversations like this. The men are tired and the women are aggravated. You understand? The men are tired and the women are aggravated. So I'm going to tell you something. This is good. This is good because when one is tired and one is aggravated, a change has to come. Sometimes you got to walk through the fire first for change to come. I'm just saying that we have to start thinking differently when it comes to our culture. I got a lot of comments today from my own people too, that they said the Black community could never be saved because nobody wants to marry Black women. That's what one of the brothers said to me on Instagram. And I'm going to tell you something. I understand. I understand what he's saying. Because in our culture, we were taught to talk all types of nonsense to our men. We were taught to belittle them when they get in trouble or something bad happens or they lose their job. Because we seen our mama do it. You understand? We seen our mama disrespect our daddy. So we think it's okay. But I'm going to share something with you. If you don't take anything from what I teach y'all, well, the women, if you don't take anything from what I teach y'all, take this right here tonight. If a man is at his lowest point, you ain't supposed to help kick him down. You're supposed to get down there with him and whisper to him and tell him, baby, you can do it. Get up. Baby, you can do it. Get up. That's what you're supposed to tell him. I know that some of that flew over your head. I know. I know. I know it flew over your head. So some of y'all ain't get it. I know. I hope you got it, but some of y'all ain't get it. I know. I just want to come on here and just talk to y'all and tell y'all we can have a brighter future. We just have to change. We have to change the way we raising these babies. And I'm gonna share some with y'all too. I know y'all gonna say, well, some of the hood boogers and all that stuff, and the Red Rays and Pookies and all this other stuff, that they gonna still be the same. I'm gonna share some with y'all. Some of those hood boogers and Red Rays and Pookies, they come out of it sometimes. I'm one of them. Yep, I'm one of them. I grew up in the projects. I was a Pookisha, Ray Keisha. Yes, I was. But I'm gonna tell you something. It takes for you to hit the wall. It takes for you to hit the wall. And it takes for you to know God for you to hit that wall. Uh-huh. And when you hit that wall and you say, I want change, and you say, God, let your will be done in my life, he will spin that thing, honey. He will spin it. Because when I look at my life now and I say, now my life ain't perfect. I ain't rich and none of that stuff. But when I look at my life, I say, wow, a child from the projects of New Jersey, worstest area I grew up in my lifetime. And I did a lot of foolishness. I'm here with a family, with a good husband. And I ain't saying my husband is perfect, and I ain't saying I'm perfect either. But what I'm saying is it can change if the person want change. Just like if you have a wife who's not doing the right thing to take care of her husband, she's not living by what she preach, or she's not she's a Christian woman and she's not doing what the Bible says she's supposed to do. This woman can change. She can. But she has to want the change. That's the thing. See, you'll have women on social media, they'll proclaim all this nonsense. And then when a change comes, you'll see all types of things happening differently in her life because she wanted the change. She want to love this man. She want to respect this man. So she will change. You understand? There's a change coming in our culture. And either you ride the train or you don't ride the train. Because social media is on fire with what's going on in our culture. And like I said, the men are tired and the women are aggravated. So this has to continue to keep going. This narrative that we're pushing, that there has to be a change that we're talking about, it has to keep pushing for change to come. And we got to get rid of all those sisters and brothers who be sitting up here saying nonsense, preaching nonsense. And I'm not talking about get rid of them like something bad. I'm talking about stop following them. That's what I'm saying. We got to stop following them. See, when you got an influencer pushing foolishness, you got to let them know you pushing foolishness. I'm not going to be watching you. You unfollow them. That's what you do. Like when you don't like my content, you unfollow me. And we have to start pushing that. You get content creators up here and they will push nonsense. They will tell you everything the woman do is right. And you know it ain't right. You know it ain't right. You know what he's saying. He don't even believe what he's saying. He just got a lot of following that is women. That's why he pushing the narrative that women do everything right. You see what I'm saying? But I'm new to this joint. You hear me? I'm new to social media. So I ain't gotta please nobody. I ain't gotta please nobody. I don't have no sponsorship or nothing. I ain't gotta please nobody. I just talk my mess. So this is the real me. So if I ever start changing and get a tickle in my throat, y'all correct me, okay? If I ever start changing, that mean I done got some money. That mean I done got some money. Y'all come and correct me. Say no, that ain't how you talk. That ain't how we do things over here. And take heed to the message. That ain't how we do it over here. Baby, all I'm saying is that we got to change the narrative. That's all I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? We got to do things differently. A change can happen in the Black community. It's only because we hear all the negative that tell us there's no change. Now, let me tell you something. Like I said earlier, everybody ain't going to ride the train. Everybody ain't going to want to ride the train. But the ones who want to ride the train, baby, give them a ticket so things can change. Y'all, that's the end of my rant. Because I got to go handle my wifely duties. And it's late. And I'm just getting in from work. So I want to snuggle up with my husband and take this stuff off. Everybody have a wonderful night. Y'all take it easy. And happy Easter to everybody. Okay? Happy Easter. The day that the Lord has made. You hear me? That's all I got to say, y'all. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for liking my live. I greatly appreciate it, y'all. Please share it as well. And that's about it, guys. Y'all just take it easy. Enjoy the holiday. And remember, Jesus died and rose on the third day. I love y'all. Everybody, have a wonderful night, y'all. Take it easy. Instagram, I'm going to let y'all out. Okay? I'm going to let y'all out first. And y'all take it easy. All right? Look up Death of Black and Black Law Dictionary. All right, my dear. Raven, I will. Thank you so much. I sure will. I greatly appreciate your comment. Take it easy, everybody. And Instagram. I'm sorry. I said Instagram. And YouTube. Okay, I got one more for you, honey. I'm going to put your comment up one more time. There we go. And thank you so much, y'all. I greatly appreciate y'all tuning in. And y'all take it easy, y'all. Enjoy the holiday.